let's see if this is going live. Hello, internet. Hi, all. And let's post that I'm streaming. Oh, yeah. Yay. Okay. Can pause this. Cool, so I'm supposed to be trying to stream on Tuesdays. It is Tuesday, I am streaming. I'm sorry that I haven't been doing this the last few weeks because it has been 90 degrees and I don't have AC, which makes sitting in front of a computer very painful, more so when I have to wear appropriate attire for it. So, hello. What I've been working on recently is implementing saving, and let me just take you through that really quickly, and I'll talk about the problems I ran into in that. So this is my save load file. It saves games and loads them, and what the game counts as is this game file here. So this is made out of my inventory, the progress, the current recipe list, and the equipped potions. So that's what it saves. It doesn't save anything else. That's it. Though there's not really much else to save that gets changed, except for your location in the world and if there are any monsters alive. So what I'm going to do is make it so you can only save when you're at home and get some sort of warning there. Anyway, so I just have this public game object which exists of these. To our lists, to our arrays, doesn't matter. It's just how I built them. And here is the save load file. So what it does to save the game is it takes the current game, which is a new one of those, which is basically what everything is at that time. It adds it to the saved games. It grabs a binary formatter and then it serializes them and creates a file in this path as savegames.bacon, and then it closes the file. So it opens up the file stream, it writes it out as binary, and it closes the file. So when you load it, pretty much backwards, it grabs the file, deserializes it, but then you have to load the game, and this loading game just goes through. It finds the most recent save, so you can't pick your save right now, it just grabs the most recent one, and it converts the save load sections of the game to their respective types and saves them to where they're supposed to be. So all of my things are singletons that I'm using, that's why it's .instance, and it just goes through and does that. Yay! Okay, so I had inventory and progress implemented. I did not have recipes and equipped potions implemented. And they were troublesome because here you'll see in my recipes and my equipment manager, I actually had game objects, and game objects can't be turned into binary. So it wouldn't work, and I had to go through and remove all instances of reference to the prefab, and truthfully it was kind of bad code because I already have an inventory manager that takes care of that. So as long as you have the name of the object in there, you can go to the inventory manager and kind of look it up by its name. So they all need to have unique names. And so I just switched to that, and now it works. So now what I have to do is make the buttons work, which I'm in the middle of, kind of. So here's my title screen. Sure, save that. And we have a start button and a load button. So this load button, we're gonna attach my script onto that handles the UI for this. Where are you? Main menu. So that's main menu controls. We're going to refer to ourselves here. The function in the main menu controls is going to be load. And that's it. You can't hear the music. That is fine. So I obviously need to make something. So that just loads it. If I hit load and then start. Okay, so that's not actually what we want. So it looks like I'm gonna have to write a new script for this. I can write it as in the main menu controls. Where's my start button refer to? Home UI script. Fine, we'll do that. Which is attached to the home canvas. So let's go to this home UI script. And this is going to be a public void called load game. And I needed to call this load script, which is static, so I should just be able to refer to it. Let me make sure. Checking how I did this. I check my own code all the time. Yeah, save load.save. That's what I thought. So it'll be save load.load. And then I'll want to do application.load level home scene. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Cool. Save this. Whoa, I totally am not showing you guys my code. Sorry. There it is. Ta-da! Hi all. Sorry, stretching. Okay, yeah. So I just wrote this code. It's a load game script in my script that controls most of my home UI buttons. That means it needs to have this Unity engine.ui at the top. And since my save load script here is static script, it's gonna be the only one, so I can just do save load.load and then just application load level. So I'm gonna save that and go back over to Unity, where in my load script I can call a function of load game. I'll save this, hit play, load. Oh, come on, what's wrong? Ooh. What? This is BS. Field prefab not found. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be found. Interesting. What's this? Field prefab not found in class. Yeah. It's not. So I did all of this code changing on a different computer, which was not running this exact same Unity setup, so I don't know if there's going to be any problems there. Well, we're going to remove this. Object reference is not set. Equipment reminder. That's fine. That's fine. We don't care about that. This thing though. Oh, I hate it when error codes are this large. Let's go over and look at this over here. All right. Save load 34 is where it's upset. So it's in the deserialization of it. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what's wrong. It's a really silly thing. So what's wrong is it's trying to. This is kind of the bad way I have this set up is due to the fact that all this lovely binary stuff is that I've saved things incorrectly. So I haven't resaved on this computer yet, so the saved files that are on it are not compatible. And, So that sucks that they're not compatible, but that just means I need to start the game and save it normally, but I don't know if I have that exposed. So let's go to my home scene. Open new scene. Home scene. Here we go. Right. Let's check the main menu. Yeah, it has saving. It's not interactable. Now it's interactable. I'm going to save this. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to click through this introduction, which changes the progress. And then I'm going to hit save. And this is actually going to make testing the game a lot easier because I can just go off my last saves. My granddaughter, me, I need to cut down this text. Yay! Okay, let me make sure the singletons have the progress. Yep. So now if we hit the magic escape button, hit save. Okay, it should have saved it. Cool. And then we're just going to stop this and go back to the title scene. Green. Play. Don't be upset. Oh god! Why are you upset? The object reference is not set to an instance of the object. It's because the singletons aren't in here. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. So basically, this doesn't have singletons, and so it's trying to load into something that doesn't. But I can't put the code in the opposite order, because if I do, that's weird. I can't say load the next scene and then load the save file, if you notice my singletons aren't here. So a quick way to fix this would just be to add my singletons here, which I don't actually think is the best way to do things. There's my singletons. This is probably going to start from black now. Yep, it does. Load. Okay, there we go. It worked! Yay! So I've loaded. I probably have some things already here. Yep. Cool. That progress has started. Neat. I'm gonna. So this works. This works. But I'm gonna put in a note that change loading so singletons aren't on title screen. Because I mean, it's not terrible that they are, but I don't know, that feels wrong to me, if that makes sense. Cool, so saving and loading works. Yay! However, there's not really good information about telling you why you can't save and if you've saved, so I probably should fix that. So let's go into this. Whoa, no, that is not what I wanted to touch. Open scene. Home scene. Open. Cool. So under this main menu thing, under save here, we scroll way out, way out, and we turn off this fader. Boop. Yeah, all of my UI starts on. You're welcome. We just want like a saved game menu. How's that sound? So let's make a panel. How to button? Panel? Make it a button. Let's make it a panel. Oh god, nope. 0. Gosh, don't be stretched. Yeah. And we'll make this pretty big. Actually, oh, screw this. We'll make it one of our other UI asset stuff here. Dialog box or paper overlay? What do I use in success things? I'll probably use dialog box. Well, let's try the paper overlay. Okay. panel, image, paper overlay, whee! Cool, preserve aspect, nice. Let's make this slightly bigger. Whoa, too many pictures. Blah, too much bigger. You are definitely not that tall. That's about appropriate. Make sure that this isn't super opaque. And make sure that you're actually on top of other things. How do we do that? It doesn't work. Not under text. Yes, that works. Cool. And we can just put the information. Oh man, I don't like how that's not shaded around it. Have to do for now. Let's see. You're a panel. You're gonna have text. And an OK button. Text. We're gonna pick this beautiful, pretty text of mine. And we're gonna pick a color which is darker, but not black. And we're gonna say game saved. Or you have saved the game. Game saved. And let's make this way bigger. Oh, lovely. Let's make you not stretched. Let's just make you bigger. So 400 and what? 300? No, that's only 100 tall. Whoa, that's huge text. I didn't realize it was that big. 40. Game saved. Cool. Middle. Yay. That looks decent. Should have like an OK button or an exit button. Maybe if you click anywhere, it closes it. I code on my other stuff that does that. Game saved. So cool. Oh, I wonder if people click exit to exit the menu. They'll need like a return button. Return to game button. How about if you click anywhere, it just closes all this. So we'll close game saved. I hate doing that. Game saved. So one thing to note with Unity is unless you do direct references, which are like dragging an item and throwing it in a public game object or something, Unity can't find things that are disabled. Which means that's why all my stuff shows up, because when Unity starts a scene, it goes through and it disables everything. But it saves a reference to it before disabling it, so then it can turn it on and off later. And that's a little nicer, in my opinion, than enabling those references by dragging and dropping through the inspector, because when you move them around, they stay together, which doesn't always happen with the inspector. So let's see if I have that code somewhere. Probably do. There it goes. Sorry, my headset disconnected for a second. Home screen tip, home screen sounds. Hide on click. Oh wow, I have text called hide on click. Add component, hide on click. That's nice. Let's see. Cool. Awesome. We're also gonna close that error. Nope. Okay, yay, hide on click. Oops, pardon me. However, we still have this lovely main menu control script that is going to have to hide this stuff initially. So if we go over here, you see right here I have the exact same thing set up. So game object saved game text. We're gonna say saved game text equals game object, or let's say it's actually menu.find saved game, and saved game text equals set active false. Easy enough. And then upon what? Menu dot game object. Oh, dot transform. Really? Menu dot transform dot game object. Ah! Whatever. I'm gonna cheat game object. Find save game. So it's gonna be main menu slash saved game. And then on save, this is gonna be totally cheating and not actually saving this later. So we're just say save game.text dot set active true. Cool. We shall see if this works. Shall we not? And I'm going to put a Google Keep note of make saved game appear when game actually saves. It should work that way, but yeah, that doesn't actually return. It's a void function. Alright, let's go test this Unity. Play. Oh, it's gonna be mad because I turned off the screen fader. Alright, whatever. Game saved. That's not working. Why aren't you working? Okay, let's see. Menu. Game saved. Ah! That's why. Game saved. I had my text wrong. I said saved game, not game saved. So, oh, come on. Now what are you upset about? Main menu, main menu, game saved. Main menu, game saved. What is this? I don't think you're supposed to be here. Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, you are supposed to be there. I thought that was under menu. Sorry. Hi-oh! That Endor. Thal Endor. My bad. The teal is a little hard to read. Cracking my knuckles. Yeah. Why? Why can't it find it? Is it enabled? Yes. It is enabled. We're gonna turn this on. Whoa! Okay. So, game saved is enabled. It should exist. I don't know why it's not being able to find it. It's so strange. Main menu slash menu slash game saved. Game saved. I figured out why. It is because I am disabling the menu before I'm finding this and disabling it. This needs to be in opposite order. I need to find this and disable it, and then disable what it's the parent, basically. Everything is awesome. Yay! So I just saved the game. Hopefully if we open the title screen now, I just saved it in a way that we will load into that scene. Ta-da! So that proves that my saved game works. Neat. That's the main thing I wanted to get done today. I know, it was so difficult. Not really. Let me push this. Because source control is important, and so is committing regularly. Okay. Saved game exposed and working. Can only save from home screen. Commit. Push. Okay. Oh god, look at the sun. It's deathly bright and totally streaking down my side now. Okay, so we just finished saving. That was pretty cool. Let's go to Miss Musfet boss fight. How's that sound? So, oh, why didn't you disable? I know why. It's my fault. Alright, let's go back to that home scene. Home scene. Yeah, the reason that didn't disable is because I didn't update the prefab of the main menu with the new main menu stuff in it, but it has the same code on it, so it just was trying to disable something that didn't exist, which obviously wasn't working. So now it should work fine. I just updated that prefab, the dragging and dropping cake. Ah, ta-da! Alright, so you might notice that this scene is zoomed out further than usual. This is because it's a boss fight scene. You might also notice that I have these two really shittily thrown in health bars. These are not final at all. These are just things I threw in. One is a health bar and one is an influence bar. You reduce influence by killing spiders. So this is a big spider. She's very upset. And she kills there's little spiders. And that's a placeholder for a really powerful attack, which clearly needs a longer cooldown, because that sucked. Let's see if we can get a big spider along here. Come on, big spiders. There's a big spider. Oh, God. I also haven't set up immunity properly. They should be immune to the slows, but they shouldn't be immune to anything else. So if you see the influence bar just went down there significantly. That's because when these are spawned, these are like the normal spiders, but they get an additional script attached to them, which makes them, that's interesting. The additional script that's attached to them makes them, when they die, find that influence and nuke it. Wow. Ha! You really have to use her against these. She's going to kill me with that attack. Hey, look. Close. No. She might one-shot me with the attack she has. Let's see if I can do this. Don't actually kill me. Don't actually. Oh. Yeah. Womp 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 womp. Cool. Wow. Save. Interesting. So, I mean, let's actually look at the fight and not the UI for it. Yeah, there it is. UI is so big, it's weird. So that's kind of the fight right now. The thing is, when you get her to like 10% influence, she's supposed to. This is supposed to be Miss Muffet, the Spider Queen. That's a temporary mob. Don't know if you can tell. When we get her to 10% influence, so this is like, there's two versions of this fight. The first version of the fight is Miss Muffet's legs each have their own health bars, and she's up on this platform. Sorry, this is all temp art. So this is supposed to be a spider platform that she's up that you can't get up to. When she's up on the platform, she spawns spiders, and she'll occasionally jump down. And when she jumps down, you can beat up her legs, or if you use a magical cleaner potion underneath her, it like collapses the platform a bit under her and causes her to fall down and be stunned, and you can attack her legs. Her legs each have HP bars, there's 8 of them, and if you kill them all, you defeat her curse. If you kill them all to 50%, she jumps down from the platform and engages you, like in melee combat, basically, and doesn't spawn spiders anymore. However, the trickier way to defeat her is if you kill her spiders, almost undoubtedly using her attacks against them, because they just take a lot of attacks to kill. Then when you kill them all, or her influence decreases, and when it hits 10%, spiders are going to stop spawning, but a big motherfucking spider comes out, and it's called the brood mother. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. The brood mother comes out, and she's like, "Why are you killing my babies?" And she pins Miss Muffet to the wall, and then you attack the brood mother. And if you defeat the brood mother, which you do have to use your own potions for, she drops additional goodies like scrolls that teach you how to do like really cool like poison potions, and way more ingredients. So it's sort of like the hidden way to kill her. So it's harder to do, but you get more from it, and you technically should be using less potions to do it. In regards to number of people working on this game, there's 4 people. There's me. I do all of the programming and all of the coding and project management. And then I have an environment artist who does all of this static stuff here, all this beautiful web and bushes and cool things like this. And then I have, and he also does the UI, so like the health bar things. And then I have a animator who does all of the art here, the animations running around. He did the spider webs too, because if you notice, these ones don't pulsate and glow, but the normal ones do. And then I have a guy who does sound, but I don't have Unity set up properly right now. Alright, give me just 1 second. Visual Studio, let me save Unity and close it. There, you guys can look at Visual Studio. Hey, you guys look at me. Hi guys, I'm here. And let me open up Unity again, and hopefully this will have it set. Let me double check that my volume mixer, playback devices, yes. Okay, open this up. Please work. And let's see if this is happy. It is not happy. Alright, I figured that would be the case. Just give me 1 minute. Remove. Add. Move down. Cool. So you should be able to hear this music now. Yeah. And other sounds. And like potions. And spiders. Yeah. So, sounds and things. So I have a guy who does all the sound too. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Ooh, sounds. It looks better full screen. Okay. So for this boss fight right now, I have that point where she gets to 10% influence and it doesn't do anything. So let's make it do stuff, right? That sounds good. Making things do things is awesome. And I will do that by checking Miss Muffet's normal code. So let's see Miss Muffet here. Miss Muffet, you have code on you. You have a Miss Muffet behavior, which should open in Visual Studio. Miss Muffet behavior. There you are. So she has this start influence, and on updates, let's just check that influence. How does that sound? So if start influence equals how about is less than or equal to, okay, start influence divided by 10. So yes, 10% is less than or equal to influence, not influence bar, current influence. Do I have current influence? Interesting. I'm actually not dealing with the current influence on this. Alright, influence bar dot, that's a game object. Let's look at this reducing script. No. There we go. Reduce influence. Oh, I have reduce influence script in here? What's this? Reduction amount. Ah, yes. This is basically what we're doing. So we need to get influence bar fill amount. This is such a pain. I really should just have current influence. So I've been basing the current influence by changing the fill amount of the influence. So I have the start influence, which is 100 right now. And the influence bar fills between 0 and 1. And I was doing math to take the current influence bar, multiply it by the amount of influence. So at 1 times 100 would be 100. Then subtract the spider's HP from that. So if it had 5 HP, it would go down 5 and be 95. And then divide that by the start influence, which would be 100, which gives you 0.95, which is then set to the fill amount. So it reduces properly. However, that's a little bit of a pain to do that, and it means that I'm tracking that only on the influence bar. So I'm just going to make an integer called current influence, and at start, I'm going to say current influence equals start influence. Simple enough. And then down here in this influence reduction, this can be way more simple. And this will just be delete current influence divided by start influence. I don't think I need these floats. I think it's just this, like that. So let's make sure that this works before I get too far into anything else. I do not do the graphics. I have two wonderful artists. Oh, what's the bug? Oh, what? Oh, that's because I started writing text and didn't finish it. We're just gonna... Dope! That is not what I was trying to click. This one. Oh, that is needed there. Cool. Save. This will work now. Yeah, I have wonderful artists. Do not do graphics. Oh, good. A big spider off the bat. Die. Die in flame. Oh, God. Please die in flame. Ah, it killed itself. That was adorable. However, it doesn't seem like the influence was changing. Let's pause this. Stop it. Reducing influence to 1. That was my fear. Oh, I know what it is. I believe that I actually need to do this. Oh, math and programming. How you integers hate acting like floats. Spitters! There's spitters. Oh yes, kill, die. You're so gonna die. And that didn't work again. Alright, I'm just gonna overfloat this. Float. 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 Why am I just do this? Float, float. Save. Play. It's not using the F because I'm using references, so like, oh god, just kill yourself, spider. No! Such a jerk. Oh, come on. Why isn't that working? That's confusing. My influence, oh, you know what? I bet I know why. I bet I'm not actually reducing my influence because I'm a terrible person. Might have been working before. So in my influence reduction, which is in the behavior, yeah, I didn't actually. So current influence minus float of the reduction amount. Cool. Yeah, I forgot like the important part of actually reducing the influence. So who knows, maybe the code before was working, but it will certainly be working now. I'm glad you checked out the website. I am sorry that it is in a slightly sad state. I am not a very good website designer. I guess I could make it better. I could also be working on my game, which generally sounds more amusing. Feeble is better. Really have like a better, larger cast time for that. Doesn't really matter until there's a. Oh wow! I nerfed my fire potion a little too much. Yep, there it goes. And now everything's reducing properly. Awesome. Okay, so now that we've made. Did that reduce properly? Whoa! That made it go up. That's not right. This is wrong. That's because I'm not actually changing current influence. That's the problem. Derp derp. So, instead of doing this, I should just say current influence equals minus equals reduction amount. And then this will work. Just take this out. Yay, testing. More spiders, give them to me. Yes, big ones. Yes. One more, I will be happy. Yeah, they see that's all working. Cool. Man, Luna, you did not come well equipped into this battle. Cool, so now that we have the influence bar working again, and with more reasonable way of doing it, let's do that thing that I commented out. Okay, if the start, let's see, how about if current influence divided by start influence is less than or equal to 0.1, i.e. 10%, then I'm going to say phase equals 4. Yes, phase 4, I know. Which is going to be big bad. Okay, so if the term is and influ and phase equals 0 or 1 equals 0 or 1. So the phases that I'm going to have is phase 1 is, or 0 is where she is right now. Phase 1 is she's going to be when she jumps down to do an attack, just so I know that she's off of her rocker. Haha, rocker. Phase 2, I don't know. Oh yeah, it should be phase 3. This is phase 3. Big bad spider. Phase 3 is going to be if she hits 50% HP on all of her legs. And that's phase 2 technically. Third phase 2, because I'm counting like a programmer. And then this phase 3 is going to be if she hits 10% influence and the big bad spider comes out. So if phase 3, big bad spider, I'm going to have a game object, which is going to be big brood mother spider prefab. And that's going to be a public game object, so I can reference it. And then we're going to instantiate that. And we're gonna have now we'll spawn her at one of the there, we'll do that. Public game object, which is brood mother spawn point. So we're going to instantiate. So we're gonna have brood mother equals instantiate brood mother prefab at spawn point dot transform dot position and identity quaternion identity quaternion dot identity. Cool. So there. If the influence gets under 10%, spawner. But we also want to stop other things. What are you upset about? Game object instantiate. It's funny because there's a bunch of random little things that Unity gets grumpy about that you wouldn't think it would, but after using Unity long enough, you get used to them. Like, for some reason, things instantiate as objects and not as game objects, even though you're generally using game objects to instantiate them. I don't understand. Yeah, whatever. You'd think if you instantiate a game object, it would be a game object, not an object, but you have to do this. This converts it. Cool. So that works there. However, we want to tell those mob spawners to stop spawning. Let's see. Okay, so the mob spawners check to see if the phase is 0, and if it's not 0, they stop spawning. Awesome. That's good. That's basically what I want. Let's get in a temporary brood mom. We'll just make Miss Muffet temp brood mom. Maybe? No. Let's make a spider temp brood mom. We'll make her one of these venom spiders. So let's make her huge. Times 3. Yeah, brood mom. You are bigger than that. Let's do 1.5. So pretty big. And then let's make her shadow bigger too. So that'll be fine. It'll just look different. Oh, let's give her a different name. Brood mother. Cool. And now we're just gonna take all this and put it in a monster prefab. Great. Prefab. Brood mother. I'm going to take this spider and drag her in there and then delete this. Now on Miss Muffet's behavior, we can have a brood mother. Which is not you. Brood mother. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you guys this. My bad. There we go. So there's the brood mother, and then as the spawn point, I think we're just use one of these trunk spawns. God damn it. Cancel. Miss Muffet. Spawn point. In there. Bam. Cool. And we're gonna start her influence way lower. So this is easier for me to test. Alright. Screw you, spiders. Come walk through this. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's right. I used your own children against you. Or rather, the opposite way. I used you against your own children. Oh, man, when you're doing this way and you know it, I feel like the spawning of the babies is too slow. I need to increase that. Or did something go wrong? Oh yeah, she's in phase 3. Why are you in phase 3? How the? Interesting. We didn't spawn anything, so why are you in phase 3? Let's check out this code. Huh. Thanks. This is a very, very unfinished part of the game. I can take you through a little bit more of the built-out part of the game as well. Why are you in phase 3? Let's check Miss Muffet behavior. Okay. If the current influence divided by the start influence is less than or equal to 0.1. That was like the current influence was like 30 and the start influence was 40. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. There's no way that was less than or equal to 1. Entering phase 3. Influence amount. Debug is your friend. It tells you everything that's wrong. Hopefully, use it properly. Ah! Kill your baby, kill your baby. Alright. So you screwed up. Let's see why. Influence amount 0. Ah, I see. That's my fault. Herp derp 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 derp. That is because these need to be taken as floats. Which they are not. Alright, let's try that. Screw Spider Mom. Alright, still in phase 0. This is working properly. Ow. Kill your children! Yes. Ow. I really should have brought a health pack. You can also cheat and just stand out of her range, and she doesn't spawn babies. I'm probably gonna be making the final boss room much smaller than this. Almost there. Oh, those spider fangs. So kill it. Yes. Okay. So why aren't you in phase 3 now? I'm confused. Okay. I guess I was just above that. Let's check what this was. Oh, I'm not printing it. Yeah, influence was at 0. I was at 1.25 before. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. I'm gonna put influence back to 100 as it should be. Wait, that's not fine. Did you see the mom spawn? Alright, let's make the influence 10. So basically the first thing I kill will cause phase 3 to occur. And you are the lucky thing. I don't have to kill you. You killed yourself. Oh, there's Brood Mom. Alright! I didn't increase its life. That was great. Okay, so though the Brood Mom spawned and that was all fine and dandy, my concern is that Miss Muffet needs to sit her butt down. While when I get the when I get the animations in, I'll be able to have like an event thing happen. As for now, I should just make sure that Miss Muffet sits her butt down and stops attacking. So let's see. We could just make her dead. I don't think it'll actually cause her to go through the death effect. Cool. Yeah, we'll just do that. So, stats.dead equals true. Ha! Cake. Cool. So now we have this working. Nice. Though it seems like the brood mother might have been getting stuck up there. Oh, was that not enough? Man, those little guys have no HP. Ow! Ow! Yep, there we go. And so, here we go, we have Miss Muffet. She's sitting her butt down. She's just kind of... Oh, sorry, the Spider Queen. And now we have this big, scary spider. Whose attack I need to increase as well. Oh! Let's make that attack larger. Brood Mother. Attack effect. 2.3. Cool. So, oh, you guys couldn't see it. I'm sorry. Here, I'll show you again. It's hard to remember to move back and forth. There, you can see. Here we go. I will summon the Brood Mother with you. Yay! There comes Brood Mother. I'm rather pissed. Ooh. That's terrifying. Is that terrifying? I need to work on immunity, or not immune from themselves. They used to be. I switched to Unity 5.1 and it screwed up a bunch of things because they changed how numbering works, and I switched it back and it hasn't been working perfectly ever since. Cool. Here, let me give you guys a quick tour of the rest of my game. La 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 la. We'll start from the beginning. So you guys hear the beautiful music. So this is the tutorial. This is also the size that you normally see your character at. You can pick up bunches of items or a single item. You can fly over gaps, which you cannot walk over. Which I need to add into the levels more. I was thinking of adding in the boss level. You can click on plants to sort of harvest from them. These like break the plant down into harvestables. Or with some plants, like these berries, you actually just go up to them and you can pick the berries off of them, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. So then you have a bag full of stuff. Look at all this stuff. Man, we picked up a lot of stuff. And you get potions. For some reason I started with one. I know why. I need to fix that. You get fire potions too. They burn down bushes, so you can't fight these bushes. You can burn them down! And that hurts. Ow. Oh, and look! I forgot a new repel stone. Hey, put that in. So this is your grandmother. You're studying with her to learn potion crafting. This is Mr. Muffet. He's very concerned about the fact that his daughter has gone missing in the deep dark forest. So you're sent out to go find her. And you need to make good potions in order to do that. Which you make some of. Mostly because I know recipes, which means I cheat. Fill up. And health potion. And fire potion. Oh, what? Oh, that's not right. Alright. Oh, excellent. Yes. So this is your magical world of potions, where there are berries and things to pick, and mushrooms. Check out these mushrooms. Look at these mushrooms. They're adorable mushrooms. Problem is, not all mushrooms are super adorable. Some of them are like these mushrooms, who then try to eat your face off. Guys, stop it. Really rude, really. That's great. And this is a palm fruit, so it's super awesome. And then up here, there's a hidden recipe. Go away! Ah! Oh, wow. I just set myself on fire. Haha, you can't fit. Oh, no, you can now. Ow. Ah! Die in fire. The cool thing about this game is that fighting everything is really hard to do, so you kind of shouldn't, but you can use monsters against each other all the time. It also really helps if you know the maps. The game should have a 7-foot tall giant that smashes fairies. I think that's very reasonable. You're doing well. Oh, I don't have a fire potion. I can't get by here. That's a shortcut. Sucks. Oh, look at this. It's a stick house. A house made of sticks. It says no no wolves. Nope. This is not the right way. This is the right way. Nope. I'm gonna have a little kitty. Yeah, that's one thing I want to have, is a cat. It's gonna be useful. Really excited to have a kitty. Yeah. The cat is intended to exist. Granny's supposed to have a cat too that you can borrow. Yay, craft. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, why didn't I listen? Feather and time. Yay! Feather. Home. What's that? Equip this. Yay! Yeah. Yeah, right. So the way that it's planned right now is you don't start with your companion and you don't start with your broom. This is a middle slice of the game, so it's kind of... Yeah, you should have all of your basic stuff by this point in the game. That's also why it's a little bit difficult. This is kind of hard for beginners in the current state. The tutorial isn't going to be in there. The tutorial is just because this is kind of a demo. So, building the game out from the middle, basically. Which I think is a good way to do it. It has allowed me to think of a lot of things. The problem with starting games from the beginning is you have to redo a lot of the beginning sometimes when you decide you want to change how the game feels later. I can't believe I didn't make another fire potion. Oh well, long way again. Maybe we'll go not up there, over this way. Oh my gosh, the spawn rate on that got turned up. I need to turn that down. Yeah, let's do that in a second. So, oh, I got knocked off my broom. Whee! Oh, okay, that is terrifying, but not working as intended. Ow, 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 ow. Away! Woo! Nope. Alright, magical cleaner potion. Ah, it's so bubbly. So this is where the boss fight is supposed to be. The one that I was working on. Obviously, I kind of shortcut the entire game because I know it, but hey, that's what I do. Yay. Right. Yeah, let me fix that freaking spawner. I don't know why that's being so messed up right now. Environment prefab special. No. Environment prefab trunk. Mob spawner, what's wrong with you? If not spawning, and spawn amount is greater than 0, do this. Start coroutine spawn timer. Spawn timer spawning is true. After spawn time is false. So maybe I just got the spawn time lost. Yeah, spawn time 0. That's it. Let's do 1. Cool, fixed. Let's load that level to make sure. It's going to be, whoa, what scene is that? It's demo scene 2. Open, play. Yeah, okay, that's nice. It's better. They're so creepy. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. This is a great improvement. Now I need to build this and send it to someone who requested saving for testing. Yeah. Cool. So I'll build the project. Build settings. Windows. seems appropriate. Build. You make a new folder for it. I know you guys can't see this. Sorry. I have my Windows, which gets shared at the absolute minimum. Because I don't like all of my windows being able to be seen by everyone, because sometimes people send me messages and they might not be intended for public, etc., etc. I'm sure you understand. Cool. So this is built. This is like the big thing I want to get done today, and now it is too, and getting really, really hot in here. In fact, in Seattle right now, it is currently 74 degrees. That's actually not that bad. I don't know if I believe it, because it feels way warmer than that. But maybe it's just because the sun is trying to tan my soul arm. So that's my stream for today. We'll try to stream next Tuesday at approximately the same time. So thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I try to post about this stuff. And always, you can go to the website, potionsofcurioustale.com or stumblingcat.com, and sign up for our newsletter. I do not spam. I actually haven't sent out a newsletter yet. I do have all of your wonderful emails who have signed up. But if you want updates and you want to hear about when we're going to be selling the game, etc., please sign up. So thanks, guys, and thank you for tuning in. Wow. Okay, bye!